How strong is a chimpanzee compared to a human? Ever wondered if you could take on a chimpanzee in a fight? Well, the answer is probably not. Chimpanzees are some of the strongest animals on the planet, and they have been known to rip the limbs off of animals and even kill humans. But exactly how strong are they compared to a human? Well, in today's video, we'll be answering that very question. So, without further ado, let's begin. Background. To add some color to this monstrous primate, chimpanzees are actually one of the two species of great apes, the other being bonobos and our closest living relatives, sharing around 98 to 99% of our DNA. They are native to sub-Saharan Africa and inhabit a variety of environments, including forests, grasslands, savannas, and woodlands, you name it. And in terms of size and weight, adult male chimpanzees stand at about 4.6 feet, 1.4 meters tall when upright, and weigh around 130 pounds, 60 kilograms. Adult female chimpanzees stand around 3.8 feet, 1.2 meters tall, and weigh approximately 100 pounds, 45 kilograms. They possess a robust build with long arms, which, along with their opposable thumbs, allow them to climb trees and manipulate objects in their environment. All of this plays into their strength, and we'll discuss it in more detail later in the video. You might already know this, but chimpanzees are known for their complex social behaviors, living in communities called troops. These troops can vary in size, ranging from a few individuals to over 100. They display a wide range of behaviors, including tool use, communication through vocalizations and gestures, and problem-solving abilities. With the background on the chimpanzee out of the way, let's get into a few reasons why the chimpanzee is so much stronger than a human, despite being not only shorter, but also lighter. Muscle composition. If you've seen our video about how much the gorilla is stronger than a human, then you already know how big of an impact muscle composition has on overall strength. For those who don't know, chimpanzees, like the gorilla, exhibit a fascinating physiological advantage over humans. In comparison, chimpanzees possess a significantly higher proportion of fast-twitch muscle fibers. These specialized fibers play a pivotal role in generating rapid and forceful bursts of power, essential for activities demanding strength and speed. Fast-twitch muscle fibers are designed for explosive actions, enabling swift and forceful movements in activities such as climbing, leaping, and quickly maneuvering through the dense vegetation of their natural habitats. These fibers contract with remarkable speed, generating the intense strength required for actions like hunting, defending territory, and competing for mates. Also, the remarkable physical prowess of chimpanzees can be attributed in part to their distinctive muscle mass, which outclasses a human's muscle mass relative to its body size. It's a fact that chimpanzees possess bulkier and more robust musculature compared to humans. Their greater overall muscle mass is a result of millions of years of evolutionary adaptation, perfectly aligning them with the demands of their environment. In comparison, while humans may not possess the same level of muscle mass relative to body size as chimpanzees, we have evolved to excel in different aspects. Our endurance, fine motor skills, and cognitive abilities have been key factors in our survival and success as a species. But when it comes to strength, we're just outclassed by the chimpanzee in every single way. Bone density. Chimpanzees possess an extreme level of physical strength owing to another interesting aspect of their anatomy, their bones. Imagine bones as the body's internal framework, supporting movement and providing protection. In the case of chimpanzees, this framework is notably different from that of humans, with distinct characteristics that contribute to their exceptional strength. Chimpanzees' bones are not only denser, but also thicker compared to those of humans. This density and thickness are particularly evident in areas where muscles attach to bones. This anatomical configuration provides chimpanzees with a foundation that is both robust and resilient. When muscles, which generate force and movement, attach to these strong bones, the result is a biomechanical advantage that allows chimpanzees to exert remarkable force and perform physical feats with agility. The adaptation of denser and thicker bones in chimpanzees serves a crucial purpose in their natural environment. In their forested habitats, chimpanzees engage in activities that demand substantial strength, such as climbing trees, swinging between branches, and engaging in social interactions that involve displays of power. Examples of strong chimps. One historical example that illustrates the impressive strength of chimpanzees is the case of a chimpanzee named Oliver. Oliver was a chimpanzee who gained fame in the 1970s due to his unusual behavior and appearance. He was speculated to be a humanzee, a hybrid between a chimpanzee and a human, due to his unique features such as a more human-like face and an upright walking gait. Oliver's strength became evident when he was observed lifting heavy objects that would typically be beyond the capacity of other chimpanzees. Reports suggested that he could lift items weighing up to 1,350 pounds, approximately 613 kilograms, with relative ease. If we compare that to a human, the highest weight lifted by the world's strongest man would be around 501 kilograms, 1,105 pounds. This is no joke, since a chimpanzee weighs less than the average human and is shorter in height. Another historical example that further demonstrates the strength of chimpanzees involves the chimp named Sultan. Sultan gained recognition for something scary back in the 1920s. This chimp was an adult male chimpanzee who lived in the Zoological Gardens of London, now known as ZSL London Zoo. In 1929, he gained attention when he managed to bend the bars of his enclosure's cage, allowing him to escape and roam freely within the zoo. Let's think about that for a second. In most cases, bending steel bars of substantial thickness and strength would require specialized tools such as hydraulic presses, bending machines, or torches. Even for more wild and powerful animals, bending steel bars with their bare hands is virtually impossible due to the immense force needed. Let's say that we have a typical round, mild steel bar with a diameter of 1 inch, about 25.4 millimeters, and a length of around 3 feet, about 0.91 meters. Even a bar like this might require tens of thousands of pounds of force to bend it significantly by hand. For some frame of reference, a strong human weightlifter or athlete might be able to exert around 300 to 500 pounds, 135 to 225 kilograms of force. So, for Sultan to not only bend the steel bars but also bend it enough for him to escape is nothing short of incredible. And it's not just lifting or other exercises too. A chimpanzee could seriously hurt you with just a punch. I mean, chimpanzees are estimated to be around 4 to 5 times stronger than the average human in terms of raw muscle strength, so this was a given, but can they really knock you out with one punch? To put this in perspective, a punch from a chimpanzee could potentially exert forces significantly greater than those produced by a professional human boxer. Boxers can generate punches with peak forces reaching up to 1,500 to 2,000 pounds, 680 to 907 kilograms of force. Considering that chimpanzees are multiple times stronger than humans, their punches could potentially exert forces far beyond what a human could achieve. So it isn't far-fetched to say that a chimpanzee could potentially knock you out in one hit. In the end, let's say we were to ever come across a chimpanzee that's looking for trouble. Is there any way we can possibly avoid certain death? Well, we humans might not be as strong as a chimp, but we sure are smarter. Let's set the stage. If you're traveling around Africa and happen to come upon a chimpanzee who's giving you a weird look, don't worry. First and foremost, remain composed. Keep in mind that sudden movements or loud noises can escalate the situation. Also, avoid direct eye contact, as this might be interpreted as a challenge. Slowly back away while facing the chimpanzee. Refrain from turning your back, as sudden movements could provoke aggression. Crucially, resist the urge to run. Running might trigger the chimpanzee's pursuit instinct, and they are faster than you. Instead, maintain a non-threatening posture and cautiously increase the distance between you and the chimpanzee. Use any available object, like a jacket or backpack, as a shield between you and the chimpanzee. Create a barrier to offer some protection. If possible, seek refuge in a secure place like a vehicle or building. All of this may seem like you're running from a fight, but if you've been paying attention to the video up to this point, you know very well that we don't stand a chance against a chimp that's out of his mind. The best course of action is to always prioritize your safety. And that's our video about how much stronger a chimpanzee is compared to a human. We hope you learned something new today. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay up to date on videos like this. See you next time.